Good evening, guys. Welcome to my summary video of the commentary that happened of the UK Nationals Round 17 game between Piotr Andronowski and David Webb. Yeah, I kind of messed up the real stream because basically I don't like wearing headphones at all. Headphones really make my ears hurt, and earphones don't fit in my ears either. And the stream basically picked up basically two sets of Skype voices, so there's a really terrible echo on it, and I just don't want to use it at all. And yeah, I'd rather upload this that basically gives you like a complete summary of what was played and what was discussed, without all the fun bits that make commentary fun. So it's going to be really dull, and I'm going to be really upset, and I'm going to be like streaming this to see through like sea teeth, because I just don't want to have witnessed, or yeah, and you practically just heard that. Like, I am streaming this with Facebook on, with everything on, so I'm turning it off now so that I just really don't get upset about everything. I'm gonna get upset. I don't want to do it. Okay, so firstly we looked at the standings for the event before this round. This is going into the final round of the event, and so we're having a game between the 7th and 8th place players. They're basically fighting off the minor prizes. There's nothing really like major going on here. I mean, whoever wins will probably cash. I can't remember how things worked out. Whoever loses, you know, doesn't cash, but finishes in a respectable place nevertheless. So here's the first rack. It's pretty gross. It's not the best thing in the world. So Quinn and I basically decided that, well, mostly Quinn anyway. She basically decided that the best play was probably a change. Or no, the best play wasn't probably a change. It was more than likely to play something like PIU. And the reasoning behind that is because human players typically, you know, there is kind of more control over a board as a human player if you actually put tiles on it. At least that's what's supposed to happen anyway. But yeah, I mean, Cockle here really preferred an exchange, and you could understand why. You know, it's a pretty gross rack that you're not going to score more than 10 unless you want to burn through tiles. So it really is best here to either exchange, probably 5, keeping DE, or to play a word that kind of stops your opponent, you know, getting control of the board really early. So when it loads, we can see Pew comes best, for good reason, and then I'm pretty sure that didn't come best the first time around. Maybe it did. Maybe I'm just blind. Or maybe another sim just produces results funny. I don't know. The next rack. Ooh. Okay, so you've basically seen the play. There is legitimately like nothing I can do about these things coming up. But here there's like a couple of choices, like Atigi or Coati, or however you say those words. But basically you want to play a 5-letter word here because you're dealing with the most flexibility with your rack then. And even though IG isn't a particularly good lead, you know, drawing an N or some really friendly type letters will make the rack a whole lot better. But mind you, drawing friendly type letters normally makes your rack a whole lot better in the first place. So, you know, there's that. So this is really weird. The valuations are coming out differently this time. Like, I suppose this one is because I cut it early. But yeah, I'm just fed up with it right now. I don't want to have to disagree with it. So we're literally just going to pretend that it comes out on top, which it typically did. So this next play was a pretty simple one to decide. When you've got a load of vowels like this, especially a load of vowels and a Y, you really want to play off a load of vowels, and you want to do so for points. You don't want to leave anything open. And pretty much Cooey is the immediate play that comes to mind here. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's just really good. And AIS is a really good leave, and yeah, it's just one of those plays that comes out best. So this next play is a bit it's another decent play, but you know, immediately it might not be the play that you'd want to play. The Y's, the Y, the U, and the two G's just kind of really complicate things up a bit. Yeah, it just, there really isn't anything else here to go for. You want to keep the best tiles for a bonus, and that's the G, the I, and the T. And the blank, of course. So yeah, Yug pretty much comes out on top. I mean, there really isn't any other play you don't particularly want to keep the U here. U's are kind of really counterintuitive, so you just don't want to play them. The thing here with this rack is, Quinn and I talked about it for a bit. It's a pretty big oversight on the part of Piotr. We're not honestly sure how we missed it. We're just assuming that it was an oversight because we don't really expect him to make those kind of oversights. And we don't able to make those kind of oversights. But you know, it happened. And you know, maybe Piotr will see this and be like, I'm never missing emailers again, especially when two people commentate on it on stream. So yeah. This is really weird. The words are coming out in funny orders. And that is like absurd. But anyway, emailers came out on top the first time. I can guarantee you that. Oopsie. Ah well. Well, here anyway, we looked at this play for a bit. Well, Queen looked at this play for a bit. And And yeah, the best plays do seem to, well, for Quinn anyway, the best play seemed to be Godwit, because you unduplicated the T's, and so this play here, you unduplicated the T's, and you scored a significant amount of points. And you know, while Gauds is seeming to sim best, at least it did sim best before Championship Player anyway. Who knows what Championship Player thinks now? I think she's like gone crazy or something. Championship Player now thinks Godwit is best. Like my life. I don't understand. How can Championship Player make all these different decisions all the time? Like it's literally crazy. I think it just depends on the day it is to whether she picks a move. Like, I'm not even sure what to think about Championship Player. This is like demented. She's crazy. She must have been high on drugs when she was like trying to work out plays for us. Like, or like honestly, like Quinn's just suggested to me, it may just be that, you know, she was listening to our previous stream and changed her mind, or maybe it's just the fact that that she can see all the moves ahead and realizes that the move she chose wasn't very good. But anyway, Oblige here is easily the best play. It's a double-double. I mean, how isn't it the best play? I mean, if you don't see Oblige, something like Biome will come out second best. Quinn really liked a word that's not on here in Overlay. But of course, Obliged is just so much better. So this next play took a bit of nudging to get Quinn to actually see it. Just a bit. Well, it wasn't like that bad. She saw it eventually. As did David Webb. He saw it eventually as well. So, yeah. Screw Championship Player. It was the only bonus here, so it was a good play. So this next play, Quinn says, is Jilgy and a T. Now, unlike Quinn, Piotr actually saw Jilgy and the place that it played. Quinn needed a tiny weeny bit of nudging to actually realise that it did actually play in a really nice place, and it sims best. So, next play is it's a really lovely bonus rack here. Aethers, Heaters, Reheats, and there's only one real place where any of those three actually scores a ton, and that's along row 14. Now, as you can see from the placement of it, it immediately it's like you're opening a triple. Whoa! But then, as you look again, you realise that you actually need a pretty good set of letters to actually maximise the plays down there. You know, you'd have to just draw like WEXE to score like an absolute bomb there. But yeah, next play. So this play Quinn didn't like this play here, and you can understand why. The play that was made was Ajiva, and there was Ajiva kind of versus Java. I mean, you're definitely going to take the J here. You can take it to the triple. It's basically the best play. But whether you want to keep TID versus TED, you know, like I had said before in the actual terrible video, you know, doing something like keeping a more balanced rack, like TIDE, for me is probably way more likely to make a bonus than just leaving TED. So yeah, go that. This play really jumped out to Quinn here. Immediately you're looking for ways to maximize either the Q or the Z. And I mean, Squall kind of jumps out at you. I mean, I will never say I saw this play because I had the sheet in front of me. I mean, I was always seeing the play before like Quinn did. So Quinn was there like working out, being like all super discussing and stuff. I almost said disgusting there. That was really, really bad. But yeah, it was pretty good. I'm trying not to make these plays come up. It's really hard because I'm just going through it all the time. I don't particularly want to do it. This play basically had two bonuses, Denture and Tenured, and Denture by far came out best. I'm not sure why the second Denture comes out there because it didn't last time. She's definitely high on something still. So Quinn and I discussed the placement of this bonus. And playing it here, while it does get the extra points, for the both of us, it's just so open, it's so prone to like a high comeback score. And a play like Denture down here, or even Tenured, probably Tenured is slightly more defensive. The players that can come back from that are just nothing really, not much will score like 30-40 points off it. So for a player like myself, I would sacrifice the points here to keep it defensive because there's no real reason to keep it open. But you know, Piotr doesn't decide that's the case, and yeah, can't really blame him. So this next track is kind of the start of David Webb's down. His basically next 7 racks just contain one vowel or nothing. And what? Why is foot coming out best? I'm pretty sure that it was, the first time around at least, it was Nesh that came out best. And I cannot understand why. And I don't even want to understand why. This girl is crazy. Oh my god, I see why foot is best. Oh my god, why didn't this come up on the stream before? That would have been like incredible. That sets up the Z. That would have been like the best play ever. She says exaggeratingly. But that is just so weird. Why did that not come up before? Like, what could we have been doing wrong that just stopped that coming up? Like, I'm pretty sure it preferred Nesh here the first time around. It's so weird to see how her decisions are changing. Like, I think that championship player just didn't want to perform for us last time. She must have hated like some part of her life to not want to function properly. I mean, this is the rack that I was talking about that really took advantage of this spot underneath. I mean, at this point, David Webb is just unlucky that the Eaters gave this much back. I mean, there really is nothing you can do about it here. There was no other play that made Wex. You know, there was nothing you could really do to block it. He couldn't really take it because he's just not had vowels. So it's just unfortunate it couldn't be taken sooner, really. As I'm slowly losing my voice. So this play is kind of one of those things where a play with a Z may not be the best play at all. Because, I mean, you've got Zap for 49. But you've also got stuff like Hesp, which is really good because it sets up an S hook. Assuming you draw like an E and like a C or something the next turn, it sets up really good. But also, if you're really close to a bonus next turn, you can always just play off the Z out of B10, and that would be really, really good. So, I suppose playing the Z off could be good now if you pick an E, but that's going to be really unlikely. I mean, Izars I don't think really figures as a play here, because I think because it just doesn't really save anything. I mean, you're burning your S for maybe, in this case, you're burning the S for like 23 extra points. And while you would normally do that for an S, it's your case S. It's the last S, or blank, available. So you really want to keep it. That's literally all I can say about it. You just want to keep it. So, this next play is kind of one of those crazy things where we don't really understand why the move was played, and there were probably better plays than what was played. Quinn and I, between us, we seem to feel like playing through the P of Patented was a much better decision here. Something like Unrope or Raupo. I mean, Raupo actually comes up now. Look at this, Quinn. It's starting to agree with you. It's starting to agree with Quinn. This is hilarious. This is like, I am so. This is like, I don't even know how to think about this. Like, she wasn't coming up with these plays the first time, and she is now. Like, I can't even begin to think about this. Quinn actually did prefer Raupo over Unbroke. But it was just because the first time that Raupo didn't actually come up. So, yeah, at this point, kind of, you want to play at least 3 consonants here, because you really need to pick some of those vowels that are left. And, to basically have any chance of winning, David needs to pick some vowels. Like, he really needed vowel magnets at this point on his hand. Unfortunately, the best plays for him only came up as the exchange, which only won about 5.4% of the time. Yeah. I mean, the exchange, on one hand, is good because you give yourself the best chance for a bonus. But on the other hand, what you're doing is you're throwing back all the high-scoring consonants as well. And when you throw back all the high-scoring consonants with this kind of, deficit, your opponent's going to get all those high-scoring consonants. And you know how easy consonants are to score with, right? They're just the best things to score with. So at this point, you can see the benefits of playing it, but you can also see the benefits of changing. And this is one of those players where I'm just like, I just need some more explanation on this play, please. Okay, so this play was kind of really interesting for me and Quinn, and we spent quite a bit of time on it. Quinn really liked a play of Muay, however you say it, down M7, because she felt like that was the best chance to block all the purple bonuses that would come out of the bag. And Muay actually blocks all but one of the bonuses, and that's really interesting. The only one it allows is Schnorr. So if I can just spell it out for everyone. So Muay fits down the side. So yeah, you can see how Schnorr comes out there, and that may be why there's a 99.24% chance of Muay winning. Now I don't actually know why Muay comes out 100%. It's just weird. But of course, all these players that get 100% are fine. This play probably outruns Schnorr. And this play just looks like a sweet to me. I just want to eat it. And apparently it's a fish, so I can eat it either way. So this next play is starting to get really complicated for David. At this point, he's pretty much got zero chance of winning the game unless Piotr does a astronomical screw up. Yeah, I mean, we're not really sure why Perth comes out best here. Nothing has a chance to win. So, I mean, Harms kind of goes for points, immediately tries to cut the deficit, and yeah, there's not much you can really do about it. Okay, so this is where things started to get kind of interesting in the game. Yeah, it's just Piotr underdrew here, and it wasn't noticed until 2 moves later, by which point it couldn't be corrected. So it was pretty, it's just one of those things. But Quackle really likes OE here, over here, and that's probably because it allows Webb to be played next. I mean, who knows if it allows an outplay? I mean, I don't know, but Webb also can't be blocked, and it scores, so it's pretty good. This play, we're not really sure why David went for Perv over some of the other better V plays. It may just be because he just wanted the game over with. The game was pretty much lost at this point, and considering it's the final game of the day, there is just no point in exactly playing it because it's just one of those upsetting things that you don't want to play. So, at this point, Piotr's best 2-move player is actually the first and second choices on this list. There really isn't much to it, to be fair. These final moves really played themselves. Card came out best here. And tie out for the win. Not sure why the final scores aren't exactly doing anything, but you never know. Just checking the final scores at this point, so I can't remember what they were. So, basically, Piotr wins. 418 to 492 to 418. Yeah, there really wasn't like terribly much to the game in terms of like that end game, but there was like quite a few interesting plays in it, especially in terms of like tactics and stuff. Like it's just one of those things. Like, I'm gonna end up saying like a lot is really bad. The actual stream was a lot more fun. I'm just really annoyed that the actual thing ended up really bad echoey because I don't like wearing headphones at all. I will wear headphones next time if the stream is actually going to go live. I think the stream actually did get better at some point. I'm not sure why it's been so bad. I wish I had the answer. I wish I actually knew, because it's actually really upsetting me that I can't stream and I really want to stream. So I may just have to upload things to YouTube and then leave it at that. But at the same time, I really want you guys to come and join me. Even if we can't send it live, at least we can stick it on YouTube later. But what I want is for you guys to join in. I want you guys to contribute, and I want you guys to have a really good time, like enjoying seeing games that have been previously annotated and actually having them commentated on, which I think is actually really fun to do, because you're not pressured by time and you're not particularly, worried about having to keep up with the players or and even if you miss something, I'll give you a nudge as to where the best play is. So there's nothing like terrible about it, but I just want you guys to message me and to come on my stream so we can have some fun, because it is fun to be able to talk about stuff like this, and it's fun to be able to watch the games back later, hopefully with better audio quality, and enjoy them. So I will probably do the 2015 Masters next. Yeah, and I hope to have people that are willing to actually look at the 2015 Masters games, because this is the only APSP Masters that has actually been annotated. So it should be a good thing, and hopefully you should really, really, really enjoy what you see. So I will probably be streaming next at some point next weekend, likely Saturday, because I'm out all Sunday. But it depends, because if someone wants to come and commentate with me, we may do another midweek one. Fingers crossed. Please, people. But, yeah. I hope to see you guys soon.